November 8th, Saturday. Um, Last night, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris went ahead on their little victory tour of a sort. They did their acceptance speech, sort of. It was sort of unclear what they were doing, um, considering the president won't advocate. He thinks this fight continues and he wants to keep going. He wants to keep fighting for his, I don't know, his rule of this country that doesn't really want to be ruled by anyone anymore, is really what it comes down to. I think we're coming to the point where we don't like having government. Corporations kind of control things anyway. Even in small business, they do. If you don't think that's true, if you're a small business owner and you don't think you aren't part of this, you're a liar. You are. You have subjects, people who work under you, who you may or may not be paying a lot of money, and you might think it's a lot of money to pay someone $8 an hour, when even 15 is not enough for them to pay rent and to do something like, say, in 2 years' time, become their own business owner, because they're not going to have any pennies to save in order to do that. You got lucky because you had an uncle or an aunt or your parents who believed in you and didn't pull you 18 different directions when you were coming up with an idea. I don't know why I'm staring at the microphone when I have a camera right here. Sorry, I'm ranting about stuff that's bullshit. Hey, I'm a loser, and that's my own problem. I have anxieties and stresses, and I get somewhere with something, and then I run away from it. Usually with relationships and jobs, but that's fine. The speeches were really fun last night, just in the sense that, like, after you watch it, you didn't get any. Like, did they just try? Did they just tell us they're going to take over all the Midwest with guns and papers? And improv's not my thing. So it was a fun thing because it was just nice to see people be nice and not have, hey, we hate those people, right? Hey, we hate those people, right? Which has been all of Trump for the last 4 years. President Trump has been, regardless of whether he understands it or not, stokes bigotry of all levels. He's made white people hate white people. How did he do that? He made white people hate white people. That's Trump. Trump made whites hate whites, which is hilarious. Normally we're just like, they're dumb if we don't agree with them. And now it's like, I want to eliminate your bloodline kind of anger and energy going on over here. Super crazy. I don't have commercials because I don't have any listeners or broadcast really. So this is brought to you by Pike's Place Coffee from Starbucks. Buy it in the bags of beans at the store. It's not at the Starbucks. Sorry, but like go to your local grocery store. It'll be on sale there. You buy like a 2-pound bag for $11, and you get yourself about a month's worth of coffee right there. Especially if you live with someone else. I drink about 10 cups of coffee a day. I know it sounds ridiculous, but having quit cigarettes and drinking altogether means that I don't have anything other than this to make me go. This cup of Joe. Boom. I hope the camera caught the spilling of the coffee down myself, because I'm coated in coffee down below, and that's how I drink coffee. I like to put it on my body like a lotion. So I haven't seen the Dave Chappelle SNL yet. Last night I went on my smart TV, right? Got on Hulu and put it on, and I was watching the Notre Dame game at first because I like sports. Okay, so I was watching Notre Dame play and win in that final second overtime, which was bonkers. And I was like, okay, cool. Right after this, it's a little Inside Edition, then Star Trek, then Saturday Night Live. Only Saturday Night Live like put up a hey, be patient 15 minutes. They put a tweet out like that around like 9:30 our time, which is um we're in Sacramento, California time. So they put out the little, hey, we're not going to do this yet. And I'm just watching Inside Edition for like way too fucking long, learning about the fact that they made a Saved by the Bell reboot, and that AC Slater is in it, and he's like the main guy, and it's just sort of like, what is going on? Like Zach's in it too, but like in little, and the girl who was in the girl who did the striptease movie, she's in it, which is funny because it's sort of like, man, I remember it was such a huge deal that you were showing off your tits because you were from a teenager show. It was such a big deal that as an adult, your movie debut included nudity, and everyone kind of like trashed her for it. But it's like, she didn't get to do anything after all of that. That movie people should look at that movie like that's the best thing she was ever in, and just give her praise because she showed you everything you wanted to see if you were a perv, and then she disappeared. She didn't even get to make you porn money, or what's it called, fans only kind of money. She's not a top percenter, and she was famous the world over, and she's not a top percenter. Okay, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is that show was on, and it was Inside Edition was telling me about things I didn't care about. It's like, wow, of all the things to really attach to, Saved by the Bell. Yeah, that's what's important. That's what's most interesting to me in entertainment news is there a Saved by the Bell reboot? Because that's what I've been dying to see. I would have watched an hour of breakdown footage of the season 10 episode of Mandalorian, or episode 10 episode. I'm having an episode. The episode of Mandalorian that just came out on Friday. I would have watched, and in fact, I did on YouTube. I found people analyzing it and I watched it because it's just fun. I like the lore. I think they keep doing interesting things with that show. Way more interesting. I'm so off track. Way more interesting than the movies were. There's so much more interest in lore in an episode of one of the episodes of Mandalorian than in all of the movies that Disney put out in the last 10 years. I guess it's been 5. I guess they started coming out in 15, right? Which doesn't seem long at all. 5 years time, they gave us 3 movies. In that time, I buried a significant other. Moved up and down, back and forth, dated a bunch of idiots in my time of healing, found a new perfect soulmate, and moved into this cool little apartment with this shit behind me that you can see. I call it shit because let's just analyze things for a second. This turntable and this are new and they work perfect. The speakers are secondhand and crusty. This I bought at a record store used for too much money. Let's be real there, Armadillo. It was too much money. And it's fine-ish, except for you turn a dial, it's and then the turntable I got it with was fucking phenomenal. Vintage turntable. I'm gonna forget the name of it now. It doesn't matter. It was it broke instantly. The little RCA with the outside sleeve plug-in thing, it snapped off into the old guy there, and it was just sort of like I had to like balance the cable gently to get a signal, and then it would just lose itself if there was too much bass in the song or something. It would just go away. So to hell with that. I got the new one. What the hell was I talking about? Was I not talking about Saturday Night Live and got very distracted? Saturday Night Live was on last night. Dave Chappelle was on it. I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to watch some of the YouTube clips. I might watch it sidebar to this while I'm on this because I don't think anyone's going to listen to me. I don't think YouTube's going to like shut me off forever for doing a live stream for myself. And I don't think it's gonna be a problem. I don't think it's gonna be the problem. Talking with the Italian accent that I don't really have. All right. I want to see his monologue and react to it. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna react to Dave Chappelle's monologue. I'm not gonna put the image on the screen or anything because I don't know how to do any of that. And yeah, we're gonna listen to Dave Chappelle do his monologue, and we're gonna see if it was any cool, right? Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't know what mic is really working. We're gonna see if it was any good. Send feedback. I don't know. I don't know how to use any of this. I don't know how to do anything online. I just distraction from what we were about to do. So I don't know how to do anything online. I had like this brief moment of genius. I got pretty good at making a podcast, and I made like 1 or 2 podcasts that were edited perfectly. It sounded amazing. No one listened to them, of course, because no one likes me. And they sounded good, but then I had a weird fry out on my computer where it deleted the third thing I recorded, which was like my major thing where I'm like, I know what I'm doing now. Hey, you and me, we're going to talk for like a full 2 hours. And I did this really in-depth interview with somebody. It was great. Except for when it's saved, recording end, hit save, it saved. And then like, how to put this? It was like it etch-a-sketched the entire thing. It's like, thanks for saving in me. Go figure it out, asshole. And so I couldn't put a podcast together. I couldn't encode it back into the editing software. I couldn't listen to it. If you did, it was like, and I was able to take segments of these brief milliseconds and slow them down, and I'd hear my guest's voice being like, uh-huh. That'd be about all I'd get out of it. Anyway, instead of going to an AA meeting and or doing anything productive, I'm gonna listen to this Dave Chappelle sketch monologue on Saturday Night Live, see how it went, and yeah. Since here's another added thing. I have a nice MacBook, and I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to use it. I can tell you this thing: any second party mouse I've attached to it, you put the USB thing in, mouse doesn't work. It'll stop working and start doing that. Within a couple of months, I changed the battery in the thing. If I plug in the Magic Mouse from Apple, which belongs to my girlfriend, and when she's not using it, I also have it, the Bluetooth hooked up to mine. It works smoothly and just fine and dandy. Of course, Apple wants products that only work with them. Well, if that's the case, Apple, you needed to have put out nice microphones, good webcams that are separate from the computer, soundboards, accessories like this. You didn't do any of that. You just make the software, and that's fine. But then you make your proprietary. I don't know. It's probably just me. I have like a fucking magnet in my brain that stops things from working. Let's open up a new window. Bam. And let's go over there and watch some YouTube videos. Let's watch the movie. Let's find it first. It was on my homepage. Now it's not. So I need to save things on a tech file so that I'm not distracted by any of this stuff. Oh my God, there it is. Let's watch it. Play now, you dummy. I think I've lost the broadcasting window. I have no idea where it is. Thank you all for being here. Pretty incredible day. You know,
thinking about all day today? This is really weird. First of all, I'm nervous. I should tell you that. You can't tell, but all inside. I was thinking about a person I never actually met, but I heard about all my life. I was thinking about my great-grandfather, who apparently, by all accounts, was a very great man. He was born a slave in South Carolina. Was a slave for 10 years of his life.
He always has his serious stories.
They started educating some of the newly freed black children, and he learned how to read. Got enamored with education and dedicated his life to three things: education, freedom of black people, Jesus Christ, came a juggernaut, the AME Church. It's a pretty amazing story my great-grandfather had. And I thought about him all day today because I wish I could see him now. I wish he could see me. I wonder what he would say. This week I flew to New York on a private jet to host Saturday Night Live. Netflix started streaming a show that bears his name, Chappelle Show. And HBO Max is streaming it. And I didn't get paid for any of it. Yeah, if you could see me now, you'd probably be like...
I'm worried about his cigarette smoking, though. Like, I smoke cigarettes, but I'm like, dude, bro, you do it so often on screen, you're going to get some illness. I don't want you to have mesothelioma.
This morning, after the results came in, got a text from a friend of mine in London. And she said, the world feels like a safer place now that America has a new president. And I said, well, that's great, but America doesn't. You guys remember what life was like before COVID? I do. It's a mass shooting every week. Anyone remember that?
Yep.
Thank God for COVID.
Weird, right?
To lock these murderous whites up, keep them in the house.
Word. As soon as COVID was happening, that's what I thought too. I was like, hey, at least these fucking idiots aren't going to go around shooting people anymore. I'm pausing it right here. I don't know. There's time left, and I'll go over it. He did like a 16-minute monologue. That's a long time. That's just 3 minutes in. I have no idea what happened to my broadcasting screen, so I got to find it. And if you're watching this, that's hella embarrassing for me because I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on. But I'm leaving this one over here because that one has Dave on it. Now, this is the other thing. I see I had a Chrome popped open with like everything I needed open on it. And then I opened a new window and the other one blipped off of existence. So this is once again that thing. It's like, this is something that happens only with an Apple. I don't understand. Did I ever have the other one open? Was I just imagining it? And yeah, I don't know what that's about. Hey man, I'm already live. I already am live. Yeah, this is the one. I already am live. Oh, I see what you did there too. You deleted the live now. This is going to be weird because I'm going to be looking at myself, I guess. It's not what I wanted. Yeah. Let's see what this... Does this sound like something? Who knows? Who knows what's happening right now, man? Oh, God.
All summer long, you know what I've been doing? I've been doing shows in Ohio. I live in a small town in Ohio. And a lot of these small towns in America was dying. My town was dying. So what I did is I did shows in my neighbor's cornfield. And these shows were very successful and may have even helped save the town. Isn't that something? And the local farmers, my neighbors, started to complain that my shows were too noisy. In a cornfield.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
There's those little check. All right. All right. We're okay. We're okay. I just don't like looking at myself in a delay. I like to look directly at myself. Love thyself, as they would say. Let's go back to Dave. Cornfield.
Too noisy in a cornfield. I had to have a whole town meeting about how noisy I was being in a cornfield. It was so embarrassing.
You're in a cornfield.
I resented that these country farmers could decide a guy like me's fate. People don't deserve to do that. They haven't seen enough. They don't know anything. They probably watch me right now. They probably look at home like, "Honey, come quick, come quick. The guy from the grocery store is on television." No, you big dummy. The guy from television is at the grocery store.
Yep.
Kind of guy that probably has an account on farmersonly.com. You ever heard of that website, farmersonly.com? Website that begs the question, what kind of bitch only smashes with farmers?
What kind of bitch only smashes with farmers?
That whole Zoom meeting about me. I didn't talk on a meeting. I was just listening. Man, you should have heard him talking about me. They were saying, "Man, I'm trying to put my children to bed. And I keep hearing this guy screaming all night. My kids are trying to sleep, and all they hear is the N-word." I said, "Was I saying it? Or were you?" He had that twang in his voice. You know that twang when you hear that accent like, "Oh,
All right.
he doesn't wear his mask."
All right. I can't go into it. It's too long. This can't be a show about Dave Chappelle's doing a thing. But yeah, 20-minute show. Not bad. To stat off 22. We'll keep going for a half hour, see if I even have that in me. So I'm gonna watch the rest of this. I'm gonna watch the rest of this, and I want to know. I want to get my own opinion of it. Technologically, things are going on here. I'm still trying to work on. I'm trying to figure out why intermittently my nice camera won't pop up as an option here. So this is the web camera right now of this MacBook. Now I have a nice, here it is. I have one of these guys, right? It's the Canon camera, right? It's nice. It does a good job. There's a new utility that they got you on there. So now you can use this to stream onto your laptops or computers directly. Before you had to save it onto your card, do that whole like, oh, now it's on. Now I put it on here. Now I edit it thing. Now you can actually do live stream stuff, which is more along the lines of what I'm going to do when most people are doing anyway. I'm not producing television shows here. I'm just stream of consciousness bullshit. Anyway, they have that new utility now, so I didn't have to sell this off. I can use this now. Only restriction it being the battery power still needs to the battery still under the whatever the fuck battery power is going to be. So I get that charging over there now because it started to die in the middle of me testing. Is it going to work? Which is, think the irony there. Is it going to work out? Now I have no power. I can't test. So on and on I go. I'm using the Blue Yeti microphone for sound because it looks cool. And for God damn it, I bought these things to do my podcasts, and I explained the podcast computer dying thing. So I have this now, and I got this little boom arm. It's not exactly where it's supposed to be, but you know, if this is in the room, it's better. It's not one of those nice Shure mics or Rode mics that you see on the adult podcasts where they're speaking directly into the microphone like this, because those microphones are actual. They're not unpowered condenser microphones, which means you have to be right on top of them, which also is that blessing in disguise, where like you go like blah 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 blah. You this microphone, the reality is blah 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 blah. You hear it wherever it is. If it were off though, back on. Now I hope you hear me. I don't know if I'll even have the patience to listen 25 minutes into this and see if that worked. But hey, don't worry. We got this going on. That Dave Chappelle stand-up monologue was pretty good for the 5 minutes I watched of it. I'm going to watch more of it. I just I don't want to get sued by SNL or anything like that. I want to also go live just so I could do it, see if it works, and work out some of the technological bugs. Liz and I are going to be doing a show together, which is kind of why I need that other camera to work so that we can I can pan out better and we can both be on screen. Because what would work better? How to explain this? Right now, I'm like in the corner of my studio apartment along my records, like against the wall of my records and the windows here, because the window provides very good light, as you can see if you record at the right time of day. It's very good light, perfect for what I want it. I hate artificial light. I kind of act weird around it. Everything about this podcast sounds weird. Stage lighting's okay. It kind of blinds me and I don't notice it. But in a house, I rather have candles lit than an actual light bulb, because an actual light bulb is so like blastingly distracting to me. My neighbors are going, oh, that's so cute. They got a dog now. They got a cute little puppy. My neighbors. I'm so jealous of my neighbors. Everyone here seems to have a pet, cat or dog. And I'm just petrified of getting one. I don't want to get I want a dog, not a cat, because I've had cats my whole. I'm 38, 39 in 4 days. I've had cats my whole life, and dogs have always been like something my best friend next door has or my grandma has. I never get to have a dog. I want a dog now. God damn it! I'm almost 40. I need to learn how to take care of one of these things because I'm gonna have a kid soon, right? I hope. I don't know if any of this works anymore. It goes up, it comes out, but does it do anything? We'll find out. But they have a cute little doggy. I don't know what the hell it's a mix of. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a terrier or it's cute dog. I should just open the window and ask them. Hey, you're on a podcast. What kind of dog is that? All right, these people are being all right. This is so ridiculous. They're being way too into this. Instead of having the dog be with them as a doggy, they've set up a cage and they're putting it in the back of their hatchback. So now the doggy has to live in the back in the hatchback while they drive, instead of learning to sit on a chair. I don't know. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe you want to be super real with your dog and be like, listen, you're a dog. I have dominion over you. You stay in this cage and not with us getting snacks and a puppuccino. All right. I got 1 minute to go. In this last minute, I just want to say thank you if you tuned in at all. I will do more entertaining things. It's gonna be better. I don't want to call out other successful podcasts and say that it will be like them, but I will say that like I have inspirations that are from some of the top podcasters, and I hope I can imitate them to an acceptable rate that you will want to listen to this week to week. I'm gonna do my damn best to learn how to do what I'm doing. I used to be a broadcaster 20 years ago on FM, and I don't remember how to do any of that stuff. I've had a lot of concussions and done a lot of drugs since then. I want to say thank you once again. I hope your 2020 is going better now that we have someone directing the ship who you're not afraid of. So enjoy yourselves. God bless. Take care.